Get cover! Get cover!
He's got a badge.
Oh no, sir.
Federal Bureau of... He's an FBI agent.
Yeah, you just told me not.
Aggravated domestic? Yeah, with strangulation. We don't know if he's armed. Step up. All right.
I don't know how legit you are at the moment.
It's okay. Special Agent Hat. FBI.
The Federal Bureau of Investigation, or the FBI, is one of the most powerful law enforcement agencies in the United States. And naturally, so are its agents who enjoy significant power with nationwide jurisdiction, allowing them to operate across state lines and internationally in certain cases, certainly more than an ordinary cop around the block. But what happens when an FBI agent messes up and gets arrested by cops? So today we will be shining light on 3 such cases where an FBI agent steps on the wrong side of the law and gets confronted by the cops. But first, please hit the like button to show some love to our new channel, as YouTube won't for posting such videos. Kicking off today's episode, let's travel all the way to Kalamazoo, Michigan, where this 41-year-old FBI agent, Richard Trask, not only betrayed his badge and everything he stood for, but also did it in one of the most appalling ways a man could do. On July 18, 2021, around 2 a.m. Kalamazoo County deputies received a distressing call from Richard's wife asking for help, reporting that she had been physically assaulted by Richard after the two returned from a swinger party that she didn't like.
Aggravated domestic? Yeah, with strangulation. We don't know if he's armed.
Sheriff's Office. Sheriff's Office. Anybody in?
Upon reaching the scene, the officers initiated a search for Richard and his wife, but they were nowhere to be found. Needless to say, cops undertake a lot of risks on a day-to-day basis. But in a case like this, all bets are off as the suspect isn't just familiar with law enforcement tactics, he practically lives them and breathes them as an FBI agent.
And counterterrorism. Hey, he's behind anyway. We're getting the kids out of the house right now. So we don't know if he's armed. He's been drinking. Is he intoxicated? Trask, T-R-A-S-K, and first name Richard.
As the search for Richard continued, one of the officers eventually located Richard's wife. When questioned about the ins and outs of the incident, she disclosed something truly shocking.
You're not turning your volume off in this case. You're going to keep it on the whole time.
You said at one point took your head and hit it against the nightstand?
Yeah.
How many times do you think you did that?
Multiple times, said Trask's wife.
He's hitting your head. You said he strangled you, choked you out.
She's got a pretty good laceration on the side of her head. She's got strangulation marks around her neck.
Richard's wife told the deputies that an argument broke out between the two after the couple returned from a couple's swinger party at the Delta Hotel in Oshtemo, Michigan, that she hadn't wanted to attend in the first place.
Where was this argument? Was this in your bedroom?
According to her, she was not really in the swinger lifestyle, which in turn left her husband in a consistently irritated state. Richard was drunk and began to argue about it on their way home, which later turned into a much heated spat once they were in their bedroom. But all of a sudden, the whole scene took a dark turn when Richard lost his cool and allegedly climbed on top of her in bed and repeatedly bashed her head into a nightstand. See the bloodstains? To break free, she attempted to grab his beard multiple times in self-defense, which only made Richard angrier, and he grabbed her throat with both hands and started to choke her. Had she not taken the desperate move to grab his testicles as hard as possible, who knew, in all probability, she could have died from Richard's assaults. After the whole incident, Richard took off in his car, but he kept on actively texting her stating messages in a hateful manner.
At the tone, please record your message.
Hey, Richard. It's Deputy Kidd, Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Department. Just trying to talk to you. Looks like we had an incident at your house tonight. We're trying to get your side of the story.
2 hours later, the cops tracked down Richard in a shopping center parking lot, and once confirmed, they wasted no time in confronting him.
Richard, step up. What? Step up. All right. Turn. Stand your hands back.
What is going on? What is going on?
Any weapons on you?
No.
Okay, where are your guns at?
At the house?
At the house, you have none with you though?
No.
You want to take them? Get a statement.
All right, Richard. I'm going to read you your Miranda warnings.
Richard was arrested and charged with an assault with an intent to do great bodily harm. Take a look at how the special FBI agent flipped the script during his virtual sentence hearing and made claims that it wasn't him, but the alcohol made him do it.
I cannot take back what happened that night, but I can find solace in knowing that I was not myself. My wife has forgiven me for what happened because she knows, in her words, that night was not you. I cannot recall any details of that night, but I do take responsibility.
Well, alcohol or not, what Richard did was outright criminal and should be behind bars for his actions. However, he ultimately pleaded no contest to a single charge of aggravated assault, and as part of the plea agreement, agreed never to work in law enforcement within the state of Michigan ever again. The prosecution explained that they reached this agreement because Richard's wife refused to cooperate and testify against her husband, fearing that would destroy his career. Watch out for this former public servant. He might try to join a local police department near you or in any of the other 49 states. Up next, we have another Michigan case involving undercover Las Vegas FBI agent Ruben Hernandez. In the early hours of December 6, 2016, Grand Rapids police officers were called to Planet Fitness after receiving calls about a man seen brandishing a gun inside the fitness center. But as they arrived on the spot, something unexpected happened and the suspect started firing at them.
Get covered! Get covered!
Give me this one.
The suspect fired 3 rounds at the police, but thankfully no one got hurt. He was later apprehended by the Grand Rapids cops only to get shocked by the fact that the shooter was not just anyone but an FBI agent.
He's got a badge.
Sir.
Federal Bureau of... He's an FBI agent.
After the arrest, the officers ran a background check on him and found that the name of the person in custody was Ruben Hernandez, an FBI agent from Las Vegas. A drunk Hernandez caused a commotion inside an all-night gym in Grand Rapids, then opened fire at a responding officer dispatched to investigate. Clearly, Hernandez is drunk as a skunk here and can be heard repeatedly apologizing to the officers for his actions.
Oh no, sir! I'm so sorry, sir! I am so sorry, sir!
Oh man, just get me out of here, man. I want to go home to my family.
Not yet. I have to talk to you.
To me? Can I please get out of here? I'm so sorry. Please get me out of here, man.
Hernandez does a little more of that on his entire way to the police station, where he is further questioned and charged with 3 felony charges, including assault with intent to commit great bodily harm less than murder, discharging a firearm at or near a building, and possession of a firearm while under the influence of alcohol. The 8-year veteran of the FBI was also terminated from his office. Shortly after the arrest, Hernandez's lawyer said that he only had a vague, hazy recollection of the events, likely due to a paranoia attack fueled by alcohol. Hernandez pleaded no contest to the charges in hopes of avoiding jail time. While a no contest plea doesn't admit guilt, it is treated as such during sentencing, which may sometimes result in leniency in the sentencing process. And this could have worked with Hernandez's case, as even the public prosecutor, after seeing Hernandez's exemplary records and his remorse, recommended that he should not be put behind bars as no one was harmed during the altercation. However, the judge had something else in mind.
You're a man who lived an exemplary life up until the day that this incident occurred. Anytime anyone takes a shot at any peace officer, being locked up is a reality. That I could not in conscience follow the prosecutor's recommendation of no jail.
The judge sentenced Hernandez to 4.5 months of jail time and probation for 2 years, ensuring that no one is above the law. But that's not all that went down on that fateful night, folks. Surprisingly, during the questioning of our agent Hernandez, another man showed up at the Grand Rapids police station at around 5 a.m. inquiring about Hernandez's whereabouts. This man, later identified as John Paul Salazar, another undercover FBI agent from Las Vegas, claimed to be Hernandez's partner and provided the police with information about the purpose of their visit to Michigan. However, the officer quickly realized that something was wrong with this agent from the get-go, and he too, like Hernandez, was under the influence. That's stupid. We wonder why the officer is blocking the video. Doesn't he realize that simply covering the video doesn't prevent the audio from being recorded? Anyway, let's see how the complete drama unfolded.
Hopefully better.
You've been better, huh? Dan Savage.
It's John Salazar.
Deputy Chief. You guys are from where? Vegas?
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna try to find out, maybe you can shed some light on what led up to all this.
Right, and what I'm trying to just verify is make sure who you have, basically. Who do you have, or do you have a photo? Or
Yeah, we got a photo coming.
Or just
we think it's Ruben.
Yeah, can I see him or give a photo?
Yeah, we'll get you a photo here.
Okay, great, thanks.
Is he staying at the same place that you are?
Right, yeah, let me, once I verify who's
Oh,
here,
understood,
let me
okay.
just verify who's here.
Just tell me who that is.
Oh my gosh, okay, that is Ruben Hernandez.
That's him. That's your partner.
John gets confirmation that the person they caught is his partner, Hernandez. The news he definitely wasn't expecting at 5 o'clock in the morning. That too, while on an undercover job in a different state.
Man, what, is he okay? Like, what happened to his face there?
He looks scuffed up, but, you know, like I say, he's, that wasn't done here by us. That was before he made contact with us, so.
We want to get info.
Yeah, we'll find out.
He wanted to see a picture before he talked to us.
So your supervisor's notified?
Yeah, let me call them.
As the cops turned their attention towards John, asking more questions, he began to get evasive, giving half-baked answers, and soon stepped back to report the incident to his supervisors. That is when the officers, in what they thought to be a private off-the-camera chat, whispered this unexpected revelation about John. In the audio, one of the cops can be heard saying that John reeks of alcohol, and he also noticed him chewing a lot of gum, probably to hide the smell on his breath. From this point forward, the cops become increasingly suspicious of him until they eventually decide to grill him some more to get to the bottom of the truth.
Did you get a call from him tonight?
What's that?
Did you get a call from him tonight? Someone called us, and we're still trying to figure out who called us to warrant, let's say he was in trouble or something. That wasn't you?
Listen, I'm not going to answer anything right now. I have no idea.
How come you're not going to answer anything?
Well, I mean, I got to wait for, talking to my superiors and everything else to see.
You told a lieutenant you're coming down here to kind of shed some light on what happened.
Right. No, I'm here. And then there's also going to be a special agent from the RA here. He's, I don't know if you know S.A. Burns or not, but he's going to come down here. And so, we'll go from there.
After some time, John asked the cops if he could fetch his phone charger from his rental car, and upon their return inside, the cops noticed something they should have checked way before.
I know that you want to wait for chain of command. Before I leave, I just want to know if you're armed at this point.
Oh, yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes.
Sidearm issued.
Yeah, it's right. Right.
Okay.
It's my lock right here.
Yep, all right. Okay.
If you are wondering why an FBI agent should not carry a gun here, you must understand that in Michigan and many other states in the US, it is illegal to carry firearms under the influence of alcohol. Hard to imagine how an FBI agent could miss that fact, right? Soon after, Special Agent Burns showed up at the scene. Once debriefed on John's condition, the agent wasted no time and straight away went to work.
You Salazar?
Yeah, are you Trey?
No, I'm Sean Burns. I'm the SSR. These guys are take the gun.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay, just let them do what they got.
Okay, all right, hold it. There we go.
Okay, you got your creds, right?
Yeah,
you can hold on to that. I'll just take this. Okay.
The cops go on to detain John on the suspicion of DUI, seizing his firearms, and from there he is later taken for his breathalyzer test.
Need you to seal your lips and blow and tell the beeps.
All right, you ready?
Yep, seal your lips and blow. Keep going. There you go.
Looks like the cops were right about one thing. John was indeed drunk, and the results were not surprising to anyone.
Your BAC right now is .116.
Is that above?
Oh yeah. At 5:22 in the morning. Legal limit in Michigan is .08. So we'll probably be holding on to your firearm.
In Michigan, the legal limit for driving is .08, and John is slightly over this limit. No biggie, right? However, considering the circumstances, it's reasonable to assume that his blood alcohol level was even higher an hour earlier when he was actively driving on his way to the police station. Not to mention that his firearm was with him during this entire period, a crime that under Michigan law is punishable with a fine of up to $100 and 93 days in jail. However, John was not charged with DUI, carrying while under the influence, or any other crime due to lack of evidence. When asked for the comments, Kent County Prosecutor Chris Becker's office said they reviewed reports on Salazar, but didn't have enough evidence to charge him with anything. Shame if you ask us, FBI or not, if there's one fundamental principle that shapes our society, it is the very idea that the law applies to all. That's all for today, folks, and thanks for watching this video. Do subscribe to this channel, and we will catch you in the next one.